You're all familiar with where this is. It's that the Inspiration Point's above Emerald Bay. Beautiful location, great destination. That's why it's so dang crowded. Bayview Day Use and Trailhead. Current facilities and services. Presently, the site is a 13-unit campground and a trailhead. Through this offering, the site in the short term will be repurposed into a 13-unit picnic site and trailhead day use area and no longer be available for overnight use. In the long term, a larger parking area and day use amenities may be developed. And I say that's a big period there with a big question mark. There's a multi-agency effort to solve some parking solutions around the whole of Emerald Bay. And we're going to drive, we didn't see it so much this morning driving in, at least the way I came. You'll see it going down through it today. It's crowded and crazy. So we're trying to come up with solutions, and this might be one of the potential solutions. So right now, there will be 13 picnic sites with paved parking pads, heavy-duty picnic table, animal-resistant food locker, and fire rings, paved and dirt rock-lined trailhead parking for approximately 15 vehicles. You'll see more than that jammed in there. A 2-stall vault toilet, trash bins. Well, there's two stall vault toilets. Information bulletin board, self-serve wilderness permit area, and a corral for loading and unloading pack horses. So currently, there is a fee for overnight use, but the day use area is free. With the discontinuation of overnight use, market rates could be proposed for public use of the day use facilities. The trailhead is located at the end of the campground. The amount of time visitors stay at the trailhead may vary from several hours to those hiking to Cascade Falls, or up to several days for those overnight backpackers visiting Desolation Wilderness. Overnight backpackers will be offered, well, I can't stand by it. This is what the prospectus says. We amended this in our last questions. Overnight backpackers will be offered free parking upon presentation of an overnight wilderness permit. We waived that. No, now they will have to pay a fee. You guys don't have to provide free services. And that was in the last round of questions that went out. The capacity of the day use area could be increased in the future. What that means is be prepared for that site to potentially be out of service for the period of time it takes us to modify that site, whatever that means. We don't know what it means yet. Could be a 50 spot parking lot, could be bigger, could be smaller, we don't know. We're tipping the odds in our favor that we're going to help solve problems out there. Inspiration Point across the street, that's the big vista point. The public can find impressive views of Lake Tahoe and Emerald Bay from the popular Inspiration Point interpretive site located across Highway 89 from the Bayview Day Use area. This permanent area contains paved parking lot with 20 stalls, two 2-stall vault toilets, paved accessible viewing paths with railings and benches, interpretive signs, and trash bins. Currently, the use of the interpretive site is free. However, market rates fees could be charged for extended durations of public use of these facilities. Normal operating season at Inspiration Point is mid-April through November, weather permitting. The site is heavily visited during the operating season. This visitation often creates traffic congestion in the parking lot and at the site entrance on Highway 89. Due to the heavy use, the restrooms must be serviced several times per day. There is no water source available at this recreation site, and proposed food carts or other vending opportunities will not be approved in Inspiration Point. Let's unpack that a little bit. Let's start from the bottom up. The food carts, we used to have a food cart there. It was lucrative, but it also it did two things. It took up a parking spot, and it also extended the residence time that people were spending there. We want people to get in there and move through, just to alleviate all this traffic problem. They were spending time there and eating their hot dogs, doing this, and it generated more trash. In the long run, the current concessionaire made the decision in the spirit of helping that congestion. They actually pulled that site, and we agreed. Because we're into them. Here we are asking you to be creative, think outside the box, and create other revenue sources. We agreed this wasn't the appropriate spot. This is an example of that, where that just wasn't the right spot for it. Inspiration Point, as you know, it gets hammered. You can go in there and clean that restroom, and a van full of 10 people will come through, hit it, and it's already whacked. It is a difficult site to stay on front of, just maintaining the restrooms. When we talk about, all However, the site is free, however, market rate fees could be charged for extended durations of public use of these facilities. There is a thought that you could, I don't know the name of the term, but the longer you stay, the more you pay. I don't know quite how that works, but we're asking you to be creative for how you might monitor or run that parking lot and potentially for a fee. If they're going to be in for a shorter period of time, maybe it's a less of a fee. I don't know the solutions. I know there's technology out there that is capable of this sort of thing, but it also probably means monitoring the entrance of it. So the same thing with the other side. You're going to have to figure out how to collect fees, however that works for you. You're going to have to come up to us with the solutions. We don't have a rubber stamp solution or a little plan to hand you and say, here, run it this way.